to the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Illinois Fighting Illini offense will have the ball first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm, can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack. And that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the quarterback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. Hand off from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Davis will throw. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Makes the grab down the middle. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Right back to it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get...
Touchdown, Wolverines! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's how you take advantage of great starting field position, moving at 27 yards. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Pulls and fires complete. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback will keep it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the...
It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. Really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. Gives it on the option. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. He's going to keep it. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Reads it, fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Back to throw, it's Newton. Buys a little extra time. Got the first down himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He'll try the left side. There he goes. Made a defender miss. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Illinois looking to pay things off on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Finds his big tight end. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goal post. Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. What a disappointment. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, that last missed field goal is essentially a microcosm of the year it's been for this football team. Things just not going the right way. On offense, on defense, and on special teams. Guys, it's just been that kind of year.
Going to the running game. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Davis looking to pass. Takes a shot. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. They boot it away on 4th down. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it. And that ball's free behind the line.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Right back to the well. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
They go to the draw. Fights off the defender. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with the first down. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. On the option. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Here's the handoff. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. On the Houdini-like moves, get it to the 22. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Oh, they're after him. Pulls it in. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Illinois. Extra point here will tie the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Got it in the middle, it's Mark. Breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Davis will throw. Takes the easy completion. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Nowhere to go, and not much to show for that one.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we're going to go have some fun.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Hauls it in. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the first down. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. Gonna look downfield again. Shoots it to the left. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They're going to mark this one at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Well, I like trick plays. I just don't love dialing up the reverse on 3rd down because the defense doesn't bite, and they're already expecting pass anyway. A lot of guys have their eyes on the QB. They're just following the football in zone coverage, and they use their speed, rally to him, make a tackle, and now set up 4th down.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that 2nd half in Ann Arbor. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know.
Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the 2nd half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Michigan offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots and try to make some plays and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Over the middle, it's Stewart. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Davis looking to pass. Rolling right and going deep. It's picked off. That's number 10.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one or a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Complete to the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Give to the back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
how frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Snagged in the middle. It's hooked. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Going for it all. Brings it in down the left side. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Davis will throw. It's complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
A strike downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they got it on the 22. The Wolverines are flying down the field. Wants to throw it. Nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all...
Touchdown, Michigan! And that one will give him the lead.
It's just so nice to have a signal ball who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Newton. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Hunt is on its way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The toss to the outside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
All right, offensively, you're not having a lot of success right now running this thing to the perimeter. The defense was there. They were ready for that. You made one guy miss. They still got you for a TFL. You might have to think about getting back to running between the tackles now.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his tight end. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The #1 goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had zero impact in this game.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Snap to the back. He'll take it himself. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go for it?
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia Tech. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Illinois offense returns to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Back to throw. It's Newton. Rushes on him. Gets the first himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Illinois right back to the line.
How about that critical moment in the fourth quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the first down. That's a big-time play in the fourth quarter by this quarterback.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man in the middle. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Illini! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. Right on the money. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The offense changing the play. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. Gets the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. It's one thing to execute early in the game. tight ball game right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand.